it. The stalker thought 'twas all in fun.
Everybody knows Tiny Tina. Goes the Bandit. It's probably one of the most loved character of the whole Borderlands series. So, to make it short, good evening, Dead Smiles. To make it short, we're doing NSR after that, Faris. We always have a little bit of like something we do just chatting before we start doing gaming. Tiny Tina will clearly mostly be not a character that you build with stats. The stats gonna show off the character still. And the idea here is more gonna be in the role play. So you want to play a childish character, and even the adult version of Tiny Tina in Borderlands 3 is still pretty much cuckoo and childish to some point, which is absolutely great. She has a tendency to really love rabbits, and she builds explosive things that she throws to people, that she gives to people so that they can throw it to people or place it on stuff. She's not a playable character in any of the game, but the whole concept behind her is more like, I'm doing AoE, but I am also... Welcome to the crew, Death Smiles. So, she really has that vibe of being a chaotic... neutral? Like, just chaotic character. Very, very chaotic character, but she, most of the time, trying to go for what she feels like is good, even though it may be relatively... something relative. So she got a big liking of the rabbits. She got a big tendency to love explosion. And basically, I did not went the obvious way, because the obvious way, if you're trying to make this kind of character for me, would have been to go Artificer. And you go the kind of Artificer that put all its spells into like bottles. And you could have technically, or deal with your DM, that you can like share these bottle with some of your friends that would spend their action to shoot them instead of you. But instead of that, I went for something that was very much more not like you deal with your DM, more like no matter who's your DM, you will be able to flavor your spell in that way. So we went full caster. She's not a stupid character. She's maniacally intelligent. Like very young, she's able to build some contraption that makes her survive in Pandora. By itself is something very significant. She got a very good knack at putting herself in dangerous situation. She also got a very hard time making new friends. Like those are very canon to character, even though all the players are like, I love this character. Like, I think most people really love Tiny Tina. A few of them really hate her, but most people love the character, but the character itself has a very hard time making friends. It's not because she's tiny, it's because she's unstable. We're going to say it like that. The best friend that she has in the series is Brick. And Brick is also, let's say, rage-based. So, also very, very... not uncontrollable. Yeah, no, this one is totally foreseeable. Brick just break things. But she got that nice wave that most people will really appreciate, and people will kind of take her into, what's the word? They will pity her until they understand that staying too close to her is also kind of dangerous. I think there was something canon about her killing her parent accidentally while making some bombs. So yeah, in the few first quests you have with her, she's the one building you the nuke that you need to stop a train. Stuff like that. So for a child, she's scary. Yeah. Welcome, Dead Smiles. Do you know Borderlands? Is this a series that you are that you know much about, or is it new info for you? So she got a very good vibe, not a playable character, but we still probably going to be able to do something. To take off, and this is the first time I build a character around this race, but I feel that her affinity to rabbit goes well with Harengon. I never build Harengon. She's not a bunny, but when you meet her again as an adult, She always wear her little bunny hairs, and she also is kind of nimble, kind of very agile. You have her also as a child where she's gonna give name to some nuke that she's gonna hide inside ladies, and those ladies are also bunny shaped. So to go well with that kind of flavor that she got, we decided to go for a Harengon. Harengon are basically like rabbit shaped rabbit shaped humanoid. And the things that they got for that, you can either decide if you're going to be small or medium. She's going to be small for obvious reason. She still has a walking speed as other races of 30. She has hair trigger. You had your proficiency to your initiative roll. Basically, that means that you will have a faster turn, or you will be faster in the turn order than most other characters. This would probably go better with a very dex-based melee class, but it will fit well to some point with what we're making here. Sorry for that sound. Leporine sense. You have proficiency in perception skills, which may look like nothing. Being able to sense danger is always great, though our wisdom is going to be at 8. So, yeah, don't expect us to be the ones spotting everything. That would, yes, so, like, Iron Gun would make great ranger, great teeth, no doubt. Lucky footwork, basically, when you fail a dexterity saving throw, you can add a d4. You can use this thing, I think, how many times per day? Always. when you fail a dexterity saving throw, if you're not prone, or if your speed is not 0, you can basically add a d4 to your save. As simple as that. And rabbit up to the amount of the bonus proficiency that you have per long rest. You can decide to use your bonus action to jump a number of feet equals to 5 times that proficiency bonus. At the start of the game, it's going to be just like 5 feet. 5 feet without provoking an opportunity attack as a bonus action is basically letting you do a 5-foot step for free every time. This is very much stronger than it looked at first. Next. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, and later on, this thing is gonna let you move for like 30 feet. We're talking about D&D. We're not talking about the game. We're talking about making a character for the game, Death. And do you prefer that we call you Death or Smiles? And we went for something pretty basic. What I wanted was to like very focus on the explosion love that the character has in the whole series. So instead of going for like full artificer, we decided to go for wizard mostly. And clearly the one that is the most inclined to make explosion will be the School of Evocation. So we went 1 point in artificer. For some reason, you get to have a medium armor. To wear a medium armor, you get to have also your constitution save higher, which is, that's going to save you a feat. Basically, it was either that or you had to take the feat resilient to be able to upgrade your chance of saving on your country's concentration save. So there, you got the reason why we take 1 in artificer. Also, it lets you take a little bit of some eats from the cost of your cantrip for wizard and for your level 1 spells. So these 2 things alone for me make artificer kind of worth it on any on any wizard overall that would like to not take human variant so that they will be able to take resilient constitution. I have a little, is it the other side? Okay, this is the hair of the Karen. This is the Karen hair. Karen hair are taken up of the screen. And also you start with a 1d8 with a full 8 HP instead of a d6. And after that for your wizard, man, I mean, we went evoker. What we took that was a little different. Here, I know we took feat as warcaster. If you want to be that bunny, that's going to put itself in danger. As with so little HP as a wizard has, better have Warcaster so that you're at least able to wear like wield a shield and anything to poke your enemy with while you're not doing some bumps. And we also took, oh fudge. Well, we gonna take some of, clearly, like, you want fire stuff. There's not even a question for that. The whole idea, everything in the game that you're gonna do that is gonna be a spell, you need to explain what you're doing in the game to flavor it in a way that tells, I'm using this, I'm doing that. You are still doing a fireball, but instead of just like doing fireball, you're gonna throw a grenade in that direction that explodes straight there. It's a fireball. Up to my definition, like, if a player is like, okay, so I'm doing this, I'm throwing a ball of very dangerous thing that's gonna explode this turn, I'm gonna be like, okay, so this is fireball, how much damage? That's it. So every one of your spell that you pick, make sure that you pick stuff that you can say like, yeah, I tinkered some stuff during the night and I'm just throwing them. Your prepared spell are the stuff that you tinkered during the night and you can throw into the fight. I don't say don't take other spells, but since you really want to go for something that will not be your usual wizard and more like that insane little girl that just throw exploding stuff, really go for this. And there was one spell that I was like, we absolutely need to have that on her. It was specifically fudge. I had prepared spell, but they disappear. Oh, okay, no, this is fireball. Okay, that's it. Delayed blast fireball is basically my definition of I throw something in a corner and one of my ally can go pick it and throw it to another enemy, or an enemy can pick it and throw it on me. So that's the less cool part. Real reason why you want to go for evocation, you're not a bad kid. Your goal is not actually to kill your friend, and there is one thing very important that comes with evocation. It's this. You will be able to just say 1+ your spell's level of chosen creature will not get touched by your explosion. This is extremely important because this is what you're gonna mostly do. So yeah, can you spawn a tank in the game? Technically, no. Some DM might be okay with you like reflavoring something that already exists in the game into this form. You could try to build one if your DM is okay, but the real problem you might meet up if you try to make a tank in a like medieval setting, your DM is just going to be like, yeah, so to be able to invent a tank, you would need to have an idea of what you're trying to reach. And you have no idea what a tank is. It would be like a lot of steps. Well, with magic, you can explain a lot of things. That's Miles. And there is a spell that lets you like reconfigure how metal is shaped, stuff like that. That would be a good way to make it work, like for your tank. And I think my roommate just was like, yeah, there's a solution against tank. It was eat metal, where basically the whole tank would probably become like a furnace for the people that are in to burn. And this is a min-maxed build. Like, judge me, okay? You're a wizard. You don't need strength. If you have to carry stuff, ask your barbarian, your warrior, your ranger, anyone else with strength to do it for you. You are a freaking wizard. Anyway, she's never really lifting anything heavy. She's more like doing the stuff and letting other people lift it. Your dexterity, we put some point in dexterity just to be quick, just to have a decent AC. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say something important for the class. Like in the few choice you do, ability score improvement here, you take elemental adapt fire because you want to be able to overcome the resistance to fire that the enemies will have later. There's a lot of enemy that have resistance to fire. This is probably one of the most faithful elemental adapt element that you can take. And for the two other, we're just taking straight ability score improvement because there's no real use to go for anything else than like just topping up those scores later. You want to put your intel at 20 as quick as possible. And the bonus and constitution index are just for you to be able to survive more efficiently in that dire world. Constitution, you start at 15. You will get 16 at like level 13. No, not even. Like 15. 17. Far later. Late. Don't expect it early. You will also like put your 15 in intel. This is very, very min-max. Your wisdom, you're the kind that puts yourself in trouble. Your charisma, you have a hard time making friends. You're tiny Tina. People get to be your friend eventually, but you don't exactly know what you do for that. They mostly pity you at first, and then they're scared of you. So for all of that, you're just like a very, very dangerous kid genius that loves explosion. That's most of your concept. You're gonna do stupid shit in the game. And for the ability score increase that we take for our Harengon, you're going for +1 in Constitution, +2 in Intelligence, so that you top off your Intel and you will eventually get to 18 in Constitution. That gives you total of 8, 16, 18, 20, 18, and 8. Sorry, 8 and 8 by level 20. But let's be honest, most game will not reach level 20. What you are trying to reach the fastest as possible is probably going to be to start at least with your Intel at 17 to cut it off at 18 kind of quick. You have no meat. Okay, so you have time for that. You only feed the crumpet. Yeah. You only feed on crumpet and salad. Technically, she loves to eat cookies. Like, I think she spit on crumpets and salad. She loves everything else. Imagine a steam engine armored for thrust. I mean, that's buildable in the game. Take me. Either that, or I am not even sure if it would be possible. You put a floating disc under the tower you can summon. I'm not sure how it would work. Only crumpet until she discovered salad. Oh, because Lilith like forced her to take some. And we took urchin. Like, I feel like growing in the street, orphan and poor kind of fits what we were going for here. I took her painter supplies because there's a lot of bum on which she's drawing some stuff to make it look like cuter, I guess. She's a makeup artist, okay? So this guy's kit plus painter supplies, we've got what we need to make absolute wonderful looking bombs or pizza, explosive pizza, you know? So here we go. She gets city secret. She gets some characteristic that you could select by yourself. At that point, the character is pretty much done. And I took a few spells. Some of them would be easy to explain in the game. Some of them, I just went for them because they are extremely valid mechanically. I willingly didn't take everything that was good because the goal is not to go too far away from the character itself. If we go and view the character, I think we have the spell list here. Dancing light, honestly, with some gizmos, it's easy to explain why we would have some dancing lights around us, even if it's magic. Firebolt, kind of easy. Like, you can have a pew coming up from your fingers, or something that looks like a gun, but you don't know why it looks like a gun, and you don't even know what is a gun. But like, it shoots you, it's fine. It's energy based. Everybody knows that. This is why you cannot shoot 20 times per round. Mage M, it's just utility. Who the fudge would be like? You could try to explain to your DM that you have a weird hook, but Mage M, you're playing a wizard in the D&D game. Take Mage M. Don't disrespect yourself not taking it. Message, hey, like there's always those little bucks spawning over you with people talking with you with from a long distance call. That's fair. Mold hurt, good tool overall. I don't know, use very efficiently your shovel, okay? Prestidigitation for things that you could do with your gizmos. Thunderclap. Oh, also, I know people are gonna hate on that, but you have Find Familiar, okay? Find Familiar would be
Greek and enjoys your devotion.
would be a wonderful way to just have, I don't remember her name. Please, Hebda, help me remember the name of the bird. A sanguine. Okay, like, if you and your group are all making D&D characters that are based on the Borderland version of them, and you have a DM that is willing to run a Borderland flavored story, you could have a rowboat sanguine, and she would, everybody would be pissed by you being like, you know, but I call her sanguine because she's not dead, she lived through that. Thank you a lot, Ebda, for the sub. What kind of bean are you looking for, or would you rather for us to feed the kitty some candy? And on that, guys, you pretty much have it. Like, the spells that I took that are important, according to me, alarm, super easy to make alarm make sense in a with some gizmos. Fairy fire, decently easy. Yeah, Bean. They want candy for you. Where are you, my little void? Let's fix that. I need to find a cat cam. Cat cam. Why isn't it showing? Ah, fudge. This is the worst scene for this. I think I fell. Oops. I lost it. Cat cam. I'm very confused.